HQ Extra, the show about HQ racing New South Wales and abroad. My name's Wayne Healy, and joining me is Peter Green Jr. Peter, we cover round 2 at Eastern Creek, and it was a pretty jam-packed racing weekend.
Yeah, and I've got to say, we got what we expected. It was close qualifying, it was close racing. I had time to have a chat to a few guys even before qualifying. I had a chat to a few of the new guys before qualifying and a few other guys to see what they had done in between races.
So why don't we go and have a look at that? And
welcome to HQ Extra. We're here at Sydney Motorsport Park for the round 2 of the New South Wales State Championship for HQ Holdens. We have a big field this week of 26 cars, well now 25 after the incident of Les Buckley yesterday into the concrete wall out of turn 1. Hopefully Les is alright, but I know the car's not. With a number of new guys coming here today, I think we've got 4 or 5 new guys for this weekend. It should be some close racing, and with the former state champion Greg King and the current state champion Chris Buckley, they'll be lining up somewhere at the front of the grid. So stay tuned, buckle up, sit tight, because we're in for some tight racing. Well, now we have the driver of the 67 car in practice yesterday, Les Buckley. Les come out of turn 1, got a little bit loose on the outside and ended up in the inside wall, and this is the result we see. Not happy?
Well, I was going really good. Car was flying. I think I was a bit heavy metal on the pedal though. Lost the car, straight into the wall, don't remember hitting the wall. The worst thing about it's my mate's car.
Yeah, well, I've got to say I spoke to Gary Hadley afterwards and he wasn't really concerned about the car. Gary was more concerned about one of his best mates, which was you, which got taken away into hospital. But do we put it down to chasing your son, Chris?
Oh, I think I was catching him.
Well, you would have been up near the front today, mate, if you were catching him. But is this repairable?
Yeah, we'll have it going again in before the next meeting.
And you'll be driving it?
No, I think Gary will be driving it.
So you'll be back, but?
I'll be back.
Well done, thanks Les. We've got the owner of the car, Gary Hadley. Gary, you let your best mate drive the car for one session and this is how it comes back.
All your picks are better.
As Les said, it is repairable and you'll have it out for the next race, for the next meeting. Will Les be back in it or will you be driving it?
Well, it depends. If he wants to drive it, he can drive it any time he wants to.
Well, mate, it was a best presented car last year, and no doubt you'll get it back looking better, and it'll be best presented car this year.
Yeah, well, Les has got to do a better job than he normally does this time because he done it.
No worry, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now back at Sydney Motorsport Park for the first qualifying of HQ Holdens. We'll go and see if we can chat to a few drivers before they go out on the track. Guys, Paul Blackford. Paul, 3 times of getting your licence, mate. You're finally out here. How's it feel?
Good. Bit nervous. First time.
Mate, don't be nervous. Just follow people around in qualifying. You'll be right.
Yeah, got to learn my lines, learn the car, and see how I go.
Well, mate, as long as you enjoy it, it's all good.
Thanks, mate.
Have a good time.
Thank you.
Good luck.
See you guys.
Well, here we've got the current state champion. We might grab a bit of a word before he goes out. Current state champion Chris. First last time in round 1 of Eastern Creek, looking to double that up.
Mate, as always, that's the plan. But as you know, plans don't always go the way you want them to. A little bit of interruption in preparation yesterday with a big crash for the old man, but thankfully he's okay. And we've spent a bit of time on the car this morning, and fingers crossed, as usual, that everything is going to go well. But as mate, we'll be giving it everything we got. Well,
you're not first out there this morning, mate, so you're slackening off a little bit. You're usually up the front, ready to go. You've got to follow a few guys out, but you'll get around them.
Mate, they all got the jump on me this morning. As I said, I'm a bit slow, but mate, between you and me, my plan is just to get a bit of a gap between us so I can go and then try and catch them. So that seems to work for me. We'll see if we can put it up near the front somewhere.
Well, lately you've been up the front, mate, so good luck.
Thanks, Pete.
Now here we've got another front runner in John Baxter. John, mate, you're out here nice and quick, hoping to get some clean air?
Yeah, I was hoping to follow my teammate around and hope he put some good laps in to start up the front somewhere.
Did you get out for practice yesterday?
No, I wasn't here.
How's the car going? How did it go the first round?
The first race I blew a motor and then fought back through the field to finish 5th in the last race, so I was pretty happy.
Oh, well, mate, good luck in qualifying. Hope to see you up the front.
Thanks very much.
Qualifying just done. Once again, Chris Buckley on top of the table, pole position.
No surprise there. Probably the only surprise was the time, but a 2 minute flat 17. That was pretty quick. Brett Osborne right up there with a 2 minutes flat 37, so they're really close, them two.
Yeah, as you said, Brett Osborne, boys from the bush. A lot of them here this weekend. We've got Peterson in 9th position, Mulligan in the top 10, so it's going to be close racing.
Yeah, and rounding out the top 5, Redgrove, Dwayne and Myers, and Kingy in 7th. Greg King in 7th. I don't think he'd be happy, and I'm pretty sure, Pete, that you were lucky enough to have a chat with him after qualifying.
That's right.
After the first qualifying of the HQ Holdens, we have multiple state champion Greg King. Greg, 7th on the grid. Not the result you wanted. What happened?
No, mate, we went out fairly conservative. Old tyres, we'll make some changes for the race, mate, and we'll be up there somewhere in the front.
So the car's running good. It's just little things like the tyres and that.
Yeah, mate, yeah. We'll just start tuning to the conditions now, yeah.
You got to catch them boys from the bush.
Oh, we'll be there, mate. Don't worry about that.
Good luck in race 1.
Thank you.
Now here we have one of the boys from the bush, David Redgrove. He seemed to have backed his form up from Bathurst and brought it here to Eastern Creek. 3rd on the grid. You've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, mate, we're happy with that. I had a few gearbox problems in the qualifying there, but yeah, got a couple of decent laps in. Tell me that Peter Green's not racing this weekend, so that moved me up one spot on the grid there, so I'll take it. So no, we keep it all together and yeah, try and keep pushing forward and knock Buckley off his perch there again. I'll be real happy.
Well, Peter Green hasn't been hard to beat lately, but Brett Osborne has. He's qualified one in front of you. You think you can get him?
Yeah, mate, he's an easy beat. I'll give him a bit of a tap and a shove and he'll go to water and that'll be the end of him.
Good luck in race 1.
Thanks, mate.
Well, once again, Chris Buckley, the fastest man out on the track. Your dad's little mishap yesterday didn't seem to slow you down. You had a few issues earlier on in the first couple of laps, but towards the end you were just getting quicker and quicker.
Yeah, you're right, Pete. Probably a bit of motivation yesterday. I was in the hospital with the old man last night. I said, Dad, don't worry, I'm going to put it on pole, I'm going to win. And he goes, you do that and I'll be all right. He just rang me about 5 minutes ago and he's all right. He's on his way back to the track, so things are looking good there. I didn't think it was that good, but look at the times. I've never been that quick around this place, so I'm more than happy. The car's still good, no problems at all, so hopefully we can go there and do the job.
Is your dad coming back for a drive?
I don't think we're driving this one. I don't think we're doing too much for a little while. He's a bit sore and sorry, but he's all right, which is the main thing. And this sport can be dangerous, but thankfully he's going to walk away okay. And yeah, it's all good.
Well, I've got to say, 2 minutes 0.1 around here in a HQ. That's moving.
Yeah, mate, like I said, I've never been that fast ever, and I honestly didn't think on the track that it was going that well, but obviously the times don't lie, and I couldn't be more happy. I'm front row, first pole for the year, and hopefully, as I said, we can continue on and do the job.
Well, congratulations on pole position, and good luck in the first race.
Thanks, Pete.
Now I've got to say, I've got my partner in crime, the host of the show, Wayne Healy Jr. Wayne, qualified in 14th, not the result you wanted. What's going on?
No, mate, we done a head gasket first lap and we had to park it up, and that was the end of my session. So, but to be honest, 2:04 with one lap on the warm-up, sitting 14th, I'm pretty happy. If I can get the top 10, I'll be happy.
Oh, well, that's good. And your dad qualified all right, or went all right?
No, Dad had a few issues as well, and he qualified down the back, but he's all good. He likes to have a bit of fun down the back with the boys. So, mate, yeah, just get this head gasket done, and we'll be happy.
Will you get it done before race 1?
Well, it's tight, but we should have no problem. We all band together, and it's a lot of fun when we do that. So, yeah, we should have no problem.
Well, keep the show flying, mate. Well, here we have Kyle Sharp, the front runners of the newcomers. Mate, good result there, 15th. Got to be happy with that.
Yeah, mate, pretty happy. I mean, it's the second time we're in the car, and it's the first time at this circuit in the car. So, and everybody's been very helpful. So, just try and keep it clean.
Did you get out for practice yesterday?
Yeah, got out. Actually did OIT yesterday, so got a bit of time there, and yeah.
And this is a car from Melbourne?
Yeah, out of Victoria, Adam Brown's old car. I was told it's pretty competitive so far. It's been competitive, so very happy.
So what was it like sitting out there running around the track in your first qualifying? Bit of fun?
Yeah, I mean, there's always that bit of extra pressure to do, you know, that one step quicker than your lap times previously. So yeah, it's good.
Oh, well, anyway, mate, good luck for your first weekend. I hope everything goes well.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Just had a chat to a few people after qualifying. Now race 1.
Yeah, and I've got to say, having a chat with them guys, Redgrove, being as cocky as he is, he said Osborne's an easy beat. I had a chance to have a chat to people before the race. I told Osborne that Redgrove said he's an easy beat, and let's see how close he gets.
As you can see, we're here for race 1 of that first race of the HQs for the weekend. The rain's coming. I think it might hold off. I can't see any cars here with wet weather tyres on, so I'm hoping all the drivers will be hoping it's holding off as well. We might try and grab a chat with Dwayne Cambridge. Dwayne, qualified 4th with a 2:01.2. You pretty happy with that?
Yeah, not a bad start for the weekend. You know, just hopefully the weekend keeps going. Hopefully the rain stays away.
What changes have you made from qualifying to the first race?
Just check the tyre pressures. Obviously it's a lot warmer out here now. And just check over everything to make sure, double check, triple check. That's what we do.
Good luck for race 1, mate. Go and get them.
Thank you.
Just as we're going out there, we might have a quick look at race 1. We've got Buckley and Osborne off the front row, followed by Redgrove and Cambridge. Darren Myers and Scotty Cameron rounding out the top 6. Now, Eels, this is going to be pretty close going into the first corner with these two up front, Buckley and Osborne.
Yeah, absolutely, Pete. Not to mention Greg King coming from 7 and John Baxter, Mark Peterson and the quick Jeff Mulligan coming from 10. Mate, it'll be a very good turn 1 into turn 2. Watch out for these boys.
Look, Chris Buckley on the inside, he always gets away quick. And once again, Chris Buckley's got away pretty quick. Osborne just holding to the outside. As you said, Cambridge, very, very good start. Puts his car up to the inside.
Chris Buckley's got a good start, but straight on the fence, holds the inside line. Well, they're making sure that no one gets past him. Let's have a look. We're in Wayne's car here. Dwayne Cambridge's DTC Holden.
And puts the nose right up there inside Osborne. Osborne very, very good under brakes usually here, and once again does it again, sticks to the outside.
Side-by-side racing here, turn 2. That's going to make it interesting. But turn 3, will he hold that line? Will he hold that position? Let's have a look. Does he hold it? Yes, he does.
And you got Redgrove right up on their hammers there, coming out of turn 3.
Mulligan not far behind him, he's creeping up. Actually qualified in 10th spot, started in 10th, and he's already in the 6th spot. So he's making his move nice and early in the race.
Redgrove around the outside there of Cameron. Now we're back in Cambridge's car. Right on the hammer of Osborne, who are trying to chase down Chris Buckley. Chris Buckley's got a bit of a gap on him here.
Slowly starting to get away, and nice close late braking there. Dwayne, he's right up on the heels. Just bad acceleration there, I think. Bad acceleration, missed acceleration point, and drops off. But Osborne right on the hammer of Buckley.
Goes to the outside there, Osborne tries to cut back in, but no room there. Chris Buckley holding his ground right. Healy up the inside of Daniels and Meyer. Meyer coming from the rear of the grid as well. So Healy and Meyer, who started at the rear of the grid, are making their way through the pack. Back in Cambridge's car, trying to run down Osborne. Very, very good on the brakes there, Cambridge. Osborne right on the hammer of Buckley. Once again, Cambridge just couldn't get out of that corner again. He's good on the brakes, but couldn't get out, as they say. Fast in, slow out. As they come down the straight on the first occasion, it's like a big snake here, one after another. Very, very close racing. Buckley will lead the first lap. Osborne right on his hammer, and Cambridge very, very quick down the straight there, looking to the outside of Osborne as they go through the turn 1.
Good clean racing here. Nice to see, like the category very close racing.
Back in the DTC, Holden here of Cambridge. Buckley back to the inside. Osborne goes to the outside. Once again, Osborne very, very good under brakes. Gets Buckley. And as they come down for the checkered flag in this one, and Osborne's well clear of Cambridge. And somewhere there, Cambridge got Buckley. And Buckley into third. But as they go across the line, we've got Osborne, Cambridge, Buckley, Redgrove, Mulligan, King back in 6th, Baxter, Myers, Peterson, Then we've got proud Scotty Cameron dropped down to 11th. Wayne Healy Jr. made up a lot of ground from the rear of the grid to finish 12th. And Tony Camilleri rounds
After
out.
race one, we thought it was going to be close. It wasn't as close as what we thought. Osborne got away. Redgrove, eat your words.
Absolutely, mate. When he said he'd go to water, I think he was hoping for the rain. The rain didn't come, track stayed dry, and we had some good racing.
Yeah, when we got Chris Buckley, who went from pole position back to third, I've got to say, I don't think he was real disappointed with that. He had a bad day the day before with his father having the accident, and probably didn't get much sleep as it was. Put it on pole, went out, finished third in race one. He's looking at the championship. He's not looking for, well, he is looking for race wins, but he'd rather win the championship at the end of the year.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Cambridge come from fourth to finish second, done really well, it was strong. Yeah, Redgrove ran fourth.
Yeah, and he's got to be happy with that, but I think he's got to make amends in the next couple.
Absolutely. Jeff Mulligan come from qualified 10th starter, so he finishing fifth was a very good, pleasing result for him. He'd be a little bit disappointed though.
Well, I've got to say, he should be happy coming from 10th to 5th, and he'll only get better.
Yeah, definitely. Greg King qualified 7th and finished 6th, so he's happy that he got a spot, but mate, he's used to being up the front, isn't he?
Yeah, well, look, Greg King says he's happy. He said after qualifying, the car was good. Tyres were lacking a little bit. He used old tyres and that. But I've got to say, knowing Greg's usually in the first two there at Eastern Creek. Him finishing 6th, I don't think he's too happy with that.
No. And a couple of notables, which is John Baxter done well. A couple of ones that didn't do too well. Scotty Cameron, unfortunately. I think he's got an engine problem, which again, it seems to plague him this year, his engine. And Darren Myers, he had an issue, so actually Darren started from last, so he done really well. Darren started from last and to finish 8th or 9th, mate, that was fantastic.
Yeah, well, I've got to say, with Darren finishing from last and yourself, Wayne, you've got put back to the rear of the grid. Now, you got put back to the rear of the grid because she's only done 2 laps in qualifying. Now, under the rules, which I thought, if you done 2 laps in qualifying and you were off your P's, you were okay to start in your grid position. But for some reason, they want to put you at the rear of the grid.
No, well, I've been told that the qualifying, you have to do 3 laps. Unfortunately, I had a issue and I only done the 1 lap, which put me in 14th position. But again, comes down to the discretion of the clerk of the course. Clerk of the course has said, mate, you've got to do 3 laps. If not, you've got to apply for rear of grid. Yeah,
well, I've got to say, the clerk of the course saying that, I think it's a ridiculous decision. I think Myers is a winner at the track. He won at Eastern Creek not last year, the year before. He's a proven front runner in the HQs, and for him to do 2 laps and get put rear of the grid, I think it's an absolute ridiculous decision.
Yeah, no, I agree. He done more laps than I did, and also I was in front of him. I can't work that one out. But we did have fun coming from the back. He followed me for the first lap, and then he went past me like I was standing still, and I managed to finish 12th. He managed to finish 8th. He was a lot. Geez, he's got a nice quick car.
Yeah, and I've got to say, the newcomers, Kyle Sharp, he was once again the quickest of the newcomers, and Robinson, he wasn't far behind him, but you know, they're good drivers and they're going to come up through the ranks.
Yeah, no, it's good to see. We got 5 rookies, and so we'll keep an eye on those rookies. And qualifying in race 1 are over and done with on the Saturday. Let's go to Sunday, Pete. The rain has come, track's wet.
Yeah, and I was lucky enough to be down at the dummy grid to see a few drivers before they got out in the track and had a few words with a few of them.
Do you think any of them went out with wet tyres?
I know a fair few went out with wet tyres, and I know some that didn't.
Let's have a look at the footage.
As we're ready to go out for race 2 of the HQ Holdens, I've got Darren Meyer here. Darren Meyer from Boys in the Bush, mate. You had a bit of a rough time, got put back to the rear of the grid, worked your way back through. What happened there?
Went out and only did 2.5 laps in qualifying. Apparently have to do 3 to qualify. So directly to the back of the grid.
That was a pretty rough call, I thought. But anyway, you worked your way through. The car's going nice?
Car's going nice. Had a bit of a play with it last night, put a bit more fuel in it. And hopefully today we'll move up 1 or 2 more spots.
Well, good luck, mate.
Thanks very much, mate.
Now we've got Greg King. Greg, you didn't get the best of starts yesterday, but I tell you what, the car was flying towards the end there. You made a lot of ground up.
Yeah, we tried hard, mate. We've got a bit of a gearbox problem at the moment, so hopefully we got on top of that, and we'll see how things go.
Well, you're starting to get up the pointy end of the field where you like it, so all things forward for race 2.
Yeah, mate, yeah, we'll be having a good go, so look out for us.
Good luck.
Thanks, mate.
Well, here we've got Brett Osborne. Brett Osborne, you're the man to catch at the moment, mate. They couldn't get near you in race 1. Any plans for race 2, and what have you changed?
Mate, no, pretty much just left it all the same, so see what this weather does. Track's obviously going to be a lot slipperier, but yeah, the plan is just try and stay up front if I can.
I've got to say one thing. Before race 1, Dave Redgrove told me you were an easy beat. You proved him wrong.
Yeah, you know what Dave's like, mate. Tries to get in everyone's head every chance he gets.
That's good camaraderie anyway, mate, so good luck.
No worries, thanks, Pete.
Well, here we've got Chris Mole, one of the guys going for Rookie of the Year. Not the best result yesterday. What was the problem?
I had a few engine dramas in both quali and race 1, so we got it sorted now. So
all ready?
Push through, mate.
All ready for race 2?
Yeah, mate.
Good luck.
Thanks, buddy.
Now we've got Brendan Onelum, one of the Rookies of the Year, or going for Rookie of the Year. No luck in qualifying, had a fuel problem, but seemed to fix it.
Yeah, seemed fixed it, just a bit of dirt in the carby, and it's all good to go now.
Ready for race 2?
Ready for race 2, go hard.
Good luck, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Well, as they come out for race 2, we've got Osborne, who gapped them in the first race. He'll start from pole position. Cambridge was very, very quick in the last race, made up a little bit of ground. Look out for him from position 2 off the front row. Chris Buckley dropped away a little bit back into position 3. Beside him, lining up, will be Redgrove. Then Mulligan, King, Baxter. Starting from the rear of the grid in last race was Darren Meyer, who worked his way up to 8th in the last race. Now, look out for him in this because he's going to be right up with them. As we go off the start here, and Cambridge got away good. Osborne bolted down at the start in the wet. Mulligan straight through the guts, and he's going to come out in position 2 into turn 1. It was a great start from Mulligan, who's on dry tyres, and I'm going to say old dry tyres as well. So as they come into turn 1 and see how they come out of turn 1 into turn 2 on Cambridge's car now. So and as they go into turn 2, we've got Mulligan right on Cambridge's rear end here as Cambridge comes out of turn 2, very, very sweetly gets into turn 3. Oh, hooks it sideways there. Cambridge holds on to it. Lucky to hold on to it there. Cambridge and Mulligan on him as they go into turn 4. And I've got to say, it must be very wet out there because Cambridge was lucky to hold on to it.
Greg Tinsby, Brian Anderson to the clerk of the court's office, Sam Rose, also to the clerk. Thank you.
And once again, this HQ series always puts on a good race with Redgrove, then Mulligan, Myers, Cambridge, King and Buckley rounds out the top 6. Well, after the running of race 2, the HQs, it was a cracker. And now we've got Dwayne Cambridge. Dwayne, final lap, 2 wide around turn 1, into the front. You come out of turn 2, up over the hill in your 3rd. What happened?
Got a bit excited. I think I went too hot into turn 2 and just couldn't brake in time and just went too wide and left the door open.
Well, I've got to say it was a bold move around turn 1 in the wet. Seemed to be plenty of stick out there, plenty of grip.
Yeah, no, luckily it worked out for me. I don't know if it was bold or stupidity, but it seemed to pay out for me and got me up there, just couldn't hold it, that's all.
Oh, mate, it was a cracker of a race. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Now we've got Tony Camilleri, one of the nicest cars on the grid. Well, it was nearly the end of it. What happened there at turn 5? Did someone get you or did the weather get you?
No, actually I call it driver error. The brain just went out of the boots and just lost it completely by myself.
You seem to be going all right after that, seem to be gaining ground, so the car must be going all right.
Nothing wrong with the car, mate. It's a nut behind the wheel, mate. He needs a bit of tightening up, so what can I say? I'd just like to thank everyone for making a good effort and keeping it clean.
Well, we've got race 3, mate, so good luck in that.
Thank you very much.
Fastest lap so far is off the pace, 157.95.
Might have a little chat over here. Darren Meyer, the boss of the team, doing the repairs. Before I go to Brett Osborne, what's your thoughts?
Pretty wet out there, bud. Everyone was doing the right thing for about 6 out of the 8 laps, I think. And the last 2 laps become race laps, so it was going to become slippery, and everyone's going to push it to the edge. Everyone wants to be at the front. So.
Well, I've got to say, your driving in there was outstanding. You made up a lot of ground, ended up finishing 3rd. Car's flying. Doesn't matter if it's dry or wet.
No, the car goes well in the wet. It's a good car in the wet.
I think so as a driver. I think the race you won here was in the wet too.
Yeah, it was. Thanks to you, actually. Cheers. Have a good day.
Well done, mate. Good luck in race 3.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, here we go. We've got Brett Osborne, the winner of race 1. Didn't go all to plan in race 2. What happened?
No, mate, we got a bad start. A lot of wheel spin. Wasn't running too bad for most of the race, and then, yeah, like Darren said, towards the end, everyone started pushing a little bit more, and yeah, I lost control and smacked in the side of my teammate, Greg King, actually. So very, very disappointed in myself.
So you went from hero to 0, but that's racing.
Yeah, well, I suppose, Pete, I know how you feel hitting innocent cars now, so yeah, that's racing, as you say. Yeah, I'll just try not to do that again next race, that's all.
Well, mate, if you can get your speed back for race 3, I'm sure you'll be up there.
Yeah, I'll be trying, don't you worry. Thanks, mate.
Good luck.
Yeah, thanks.
Now I'm speaking to Jeff Mulligan. Jeff, you started in 5th position, finished 2nd position. How do you feel?
Pretty good. It was going pretty good. I got a couple of spots at the start and led the race. Was pulling out a bit of a gap, but ran out of talent. Went around one corner and the pack caught me. Last lap, Dwayne and Redgrove jumped on me, and we managed to salvage 2nd out of it. Shame it wasn't 1st, but maybe next time.
Wet conditions played a toll, do you think?
Not so much a toll. I mean, everybody had the same box of dice to play with. We just had to drive with the conditions, and it turned out a great race.
Good clean racing, you were saying, and unfortunately you said you lost your first position in the last lap. That must hurt a little bit.
Well, we've been there, done that before, so we'll get them next time.
Excellent, mate. Well, good luck in the next race, and go get. Speaking to Adam Leach now, and Adam, you started in 21st and finished 21st, so it wasn't a bad result, wasn't a great result.
No, mate, you're a bit slippery out there, and this being my 2nd round and stuff, I had a couple of moments, and a big one coming around the end of Corporate Hill, and took out the 100-metre brake marker, and yeah, put a bit of grass on the track and had a lot of fun. But yeah, I think a lot of people are in the same boat, running dries, and yeah, the track was just greasy, but I'll tell you what a lot of fun.
Out on dries?
Yep.
But you thought that was a mistake?
Mate, it would have been a hard call either way, Next time I'm only learning, so same thing, I might try the wets and see how I go then. It's just give or take, either it rains or it doesn't. That's what I want, but what happens, happens.
Being new to HQs, how are you finding it?
Mate, what a fantastic category. It's a hell of a lot of fun. The guys are great, everyone pitches in, and it's just a great bunch of people to be around.
Well, good luck in the next race, mate, and I hope you finish a bit better than 21. All the best to you, mate.
Thanks very much, mate.
Chris Buckley now. Chris, you started in 3rd, but unfortunately there was a bit of a mishap and you finished in 6th.
Yeah, mate, no real mishap. Just to be honest with you, Wayne, I sold the car yesterday, and I want to keep it straight for the bloke to pick it up on Monday, so I don't really want to bend it. I was just being a bit tentative. I kept with him the whole way. But there was just a bit of, I didn't want to get involved in the tussle. Good racing, but I tell you, there was some, for the conditions and the amount of cars that were there, nose to tail, it was unreal racing. And I think only just one incident right near the end of it, and where Osborne and Kingy came together. But apart from that, mate, it was very, very clean and very, very, very good fun.
You say about the conditions, mate. Was it still wet out there, or was there a dry line that you could grab onto?
No, mate, it was just wet. It was just, if we would have had one race before us, I think it would have cleaned it up a little bit for us. But it was definitely still a wet track. We can't win them all.
Dry tyres, or did you go out with wets?
I actually went on dries, and I probably think I should have gone wets, to be honest. But everyone else was on dries as well. So, just as I said, mate, we're just trying to keep it all in one piece for Monday.
Well, good luck in the last race, mate, and I hope it stays straight for you, brother.
Good on you, Wayne. Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Now I'm talking to Wayne Healy Senior, my dad. Dad, you started in 23rd and finished 21st, so you picked up a couple of spots, but it was pretty wet out there. How'd you go?
Yeah, I was slipping and sliding all over the place. I had dries on. I should have probably put the wets on, but I give it the best shot I could, and I'm happy. I got 21 and the car's not bent, so I still haven't caught my son yet, but I'm working on it.
I don't think you'll catch me, but anyway, how do you think you'll go in the next race?
Well, it depends on the weather, but I think I'll improve.
You You had a few carby problems. Is that all fixed?
Yeah, I borrowed a carby and I've got a carby on. I've still got a split block. But the car's running a lot better than it was, so I'll give it my best shot.
All the best, Dad, and you'll never catch me.
I'll be trying hard, don't worry about that. See you, son.
Peter, just before race 3, you went down and had a chat to a couple of the drivers before they went out?
Yeah, I had a chat to a few drivers down there at the dummy grid, and we might just have a little look at the chat and then we'll have a look at race 3.
Excellent.
Now we've got with us Gary Foreman. Gary qualified 14th at the beginning of the race meeting. You're starting 14th in the final. How's the car going?
Hope it's good, Pete. It's been giving me dramas. It's the first round I've actually had the car myself, and just all the bugs and cobwebs that get out of it. So I'm on the front row of the grid here, so we'll see how we go.
Well, you're not on the front row of the grid. You're on the front row on the dummy grid.
That's it. Oh, sounds good anyway.
I call it the Pedro grid.
That's it. No, the car's going well, and yeah, we're good.
Well, anyway, mate, good luck in race 3.
Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Pedro.
Here we've got Jeff Proud. Jeff, you had a bit of a mix-up in this race 2 in the wet. Found your feet again, got going, started to make ground, but it was just a little bit too late.
Yeah, race was too short for me, or I was too slow for the race, one of the two, Pete. But over ambitious on the turn, looped it and had to pay the price.
Made any changes for race 3?
Yeah, my attitude.
Well, that's always good. You've always got a good attitude anyway, Jeff, so good luck in race 3.
Cheers, mate.
Well, here we got John Baxter. John, the start of the weekend all right in qualifying, out qualifying your teammate, but he's a bit further up in the grid for race 3. How are you going to go in this one?
Hopefully the same, if not better, get a few spots, I'll be happy with that.
How's the car going?
Mate, it's going good. A little bit down on power, but other than that, pretty good.
All right, mate, good luck in race 3.
Thank you.
Here we've got one of the newcomers on the grid, Kane Robinson. Kane, how's the weekend been to you?
Yeah, it's been real good. First weekend racing, so pretty happy with the position. Come in.
Have you done any racing before?
Just motocross.
Motocross. A little bit different, the handle than the old motocross. It's HQ's a little bit harder.
Yeah, a little bit. 4 wheels is different, so yeah.
Are you having fun?
Oh, I love it.
Well, that's the main thing, mate. Good luck in race 3.
Thank you.
And here we've got one of the newcomers, Gordon McClay. Gordon, your second round, mate. How's it going?
Really good. Yeah, having a great time.
How's the car going? Is it handling a little bit better than the first round?
Yeah, mate. They had a dynoed last week, so picked up about 15 more horsepower. So we're really happy with it. Really tricky out there in the first race, but with the wet. But hopefully we'll be able to keep it in the straight line this time.
I seen you had a little bit of an off through turn 8, looped it, brought it back on, but mate, no dramas.
No dramas at all. Yeah, there are a couple of other guys that looped it beforehand, and there's a bit of dirt on the track. But yeah, no dramas.
Well, good luck in race 3, mate, and have fun.
No worries, always do.
Well, as they go out for race 3, and Redgrove got one back on his old mate Osborne to start off from pole position. Mulligan from position 2, then Myers, Cambridge, King, Buckley. Then we've got Baxter, Osborne way back in position 8 with Brad Daniels and Wayne Healy Jr. rounding out the top 10. This is going to be a close one. As they get off to a good start, I've got to say Buckley right up to a blinder of a start, got around Cambridge. Mulligan straight to the front, Redgrove right on his hammer. Buckley looking up the inside of Redgrove there as they go through turn 1. Dwayne Cambridge didn't get a really good start. Back to position 4. Buckley to the outside of Redgrove as they go into 3 wide. Mulligan out, pushes out a little bit. Got on the Redgrove, on the Buckley, and off goes Buckley way out wide. So Buckley off into the grass with Mulligan coming out in front. Then Redgrove, Cambridge looking right on their hammers and looking to pounce. As they come out of turn 3, we've still got Mulligan in front. Redgrove chasing him down with Cambridge behind. Once again, Mulligan out in front on these dry tyres. He's got his car hooked up nice this weekend as they go down the straight in the car of Cambridge. Redgrove looks to the inside of Mulligan there, gets up to the inside, got the position, straight to the front, Redgrove. Cambridge looking to the inside of Mulligan now after Redgrove pushed him a little bit wider and got up there quite easily. Cambridge now looking to the inside of Redgrove, no room there. Happy to sit on the back of Redgrove here with Mulligan 2 wide. He's making it 1 wide. Oh no, come into the front of Cambridge there. Well, he's coming to the front. Cambridge can't get any further over than onto the ripple strip, clips the rear of Mulligan and spins around. And I would say, Mulligan may have caused that himself.
The tunnel there he is.
As they come out of turn 3, we've got Redgrave in front. Osborne starting from position 8, now into position 2 as they enter the final lap. With Buckley, Cambridge and King rounding out the top 5. We've got Chris Mole, Leachy at the back there. Then we've got Robinson, Wayne Healy Jr. Well, he started up the front, somewhere up the front, turn 10, and something's wrong with him. He's starting to drop down the pack. As they come down with 1 lap to go, we've got Cambridge right on the back of Buckley now. This is for 3rd position. Buckley hangs it in tight, comes out of the corner. Cambridge trying to stick with Buckley, trying to get on that podium, but Buckley gets out of the corner real quick. This car of Cambridge just doesn't seem to get out of the corner as quick as others, but has the speed down the straight. Once again, hard on the brakes. Cambridge makes a little bit of ground on Buckley. Buckley gets out of the corner good. Coming down for the last spot on the podium. Coming down to the checkered flag. Buckley looks like he's got Cambridge. Cambridge is going to find it hard to catch Buckley now, but can't. And Osborne wins the race. Then Redgrave. Then Chris Buckley. Cambridge just couldn't get in there towards the end. Kingy rounding out the top 5.
Chris, 3rd place in the last race. Car's been sold, so it's the last time you'll be in it.
That's it.
Pretty happy?
Mate, I am happy actually. It was had the best start I've ever had. I went from 6th to 1st, and then unfortunately got tagged in turn 2 and sort of sent me sideways. We hang on to it and come out back in 6th place, and then a little bit of an incident again in the next lap in turn 2, and moved up into 3rd and held out Dwayne and Kingy for the finish. It was a good race.
When you say you got tagged, just a racing incident? Was there stuff on the track? What do you put it down to?
Mate, there wasn't a lot of room. We were going 3 wide into turn 2, which is not easy to do, and yeah, it was a racing incident, mate. No one's fault. Just that's what happens. And also coming out of 2, it's very muddy, and there's a lot of mud on the track, and didn't get any traction to try and catch up to them again, and they all got away. But thankfully there was another incident, and that helped me get back up into 3rd place for another podium. So it continues to run of podiums for. I think that's 8 in a row, so I'm happy.
Well done, mate. Congratulations, and all the best for the rest of this season in your new venture with the new car.
Yeah, we'll see.
And mate, your sponsors will stay on board, I hope.
Yep. Yeah, mate. The sponsors are definitely staying on board. Yeah, they've all been very good to me. Big thank you to Gary Foreman of Tyre Power Campbelltown and Homebush City Motors. So thanks very much.
Well, good luck again, Chris, and see you next round.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate. Talking to David Redgrave, he comes 2nd in the last trophy race at HQs. Dave, I believe you're out in front, and then give it away.
Yeah, mate, I get a bit lonely out in front, so I thought I'd back off to give them a chance to catch up, and they got past me. So I'll try a bit harder next time to keep her out the front. But mate, we come for a weekend of great fun. We've had a great weekend. All the boys are really happy, and it's thanks to everybody for supporting us and putting it on. It's fantastic.
Good on you, mate. The boys from the bush, you have a great team of blokes, and they got beat by Brett, who's one of your teammates, and you did say he'd go to water. Well, the rain's come and he's got you.
He did, mate. Yeah, I'll have to swallow those words. I'm sure I'll eat him a few times, but no, we'll look forward to coming to the next round and get one back on him. But no, fantastic to drive them all on the trailer and take them home. It's great.
Well, good on you, mate. Over a nice cold beer together, and congratulations and well done.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, mate. Talking to Brett Osborne. Brett, congratulations, winner of the last trophy race in the HQs.
Yes, thank you. Pretty good race actually. We didn't get the best of starts, but there's a bit of carnage up at 2, pretty slippery oil on the outside. So we made a gain there, and we were able to reel Dave Redgrove in at the end there for the win. So yeah, very happy.
So Dave was in front, and he got you. You got him back in the last lap, was it?
Yeah, last lap. Yeah, he was out in clear air, and we were sort of slowly bringing him in. And then last lap we had just enough to get by him. So yeah, very happy with that.
Well, congratulations for you and the boys in the bush, the team. Dave Redgrove 2nd. So mate, again, well done, and I'll see you next round.
Yes, definitely. Thanks. Yeah, team was great. Yeah, great result all round for us. So yeah.
Thank your sponsors.
Yeah, mate. I'd just like to thank Osborne's Transport. My father Raymond owns that company, and also boys from the Bush Racing for getting me here to where we are now. So thanks to those guys.
Well done, mate. Thanks again, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Too easy.
Well, that's round 2. Done and dusted of the state championship. Race 3's over. Osborne, too good again.
He was, mate, and he beat his mate David Redgrove, followed by Chris Buckley, who takes another podium finish for his 8th time in a row, which he'd be very happy with.
Well, he's got to be happy. Starting from 6th in the final to get back up to 3rd in the trophy race, he's going to walk away from this round pretty happy, still leading the championship.
Dwayne Cambridge, who had a solid weekend, has finished 4th. Greg King has moved up to finish 5th. Good solid weekends for them as well.
Yeah, very solid. And someone who spun out during the earlier on in the weekend was Camilleri. He ended up finishing 9th in the top 10 in the trophy race. He's got to walk away pretty happy. He's had a really good recovery to the weekend.
Oh, absolutely. And probably one of the other standouts who picked up a few spots is Jeff Proud, the guy from Canberra. He'd done really, really well. John Baxter was right behind him. And, mate, good racing in the top 10.
Yeah, and probably another one who was in the top 10 a couple of years ago. He dropped back, and I noticed in that last race he was coming up through the field was Keithy Walters. He's actually getting up there, probably getting his car back to where it was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, mate, he rounded off the top 10, just behind Mark Peterson. Again, Mark Peterson had an up and down weekend, but mate, they'd be happy walking around top 10 finishes, considering how strong the top 10 was. We must say Darren Myers had a DNF. There was a couple of incidents there during the race which dropped a few blokes back, but that's racing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And Darren had a DNF, but now up the top of the point score in the state championship, it's pretty close.
Yeah, so let's have a look at the point score right now.
Looking at the point score, Wayne, can't get much closer up front. Buckley and Redgrove, 1 point between them.
Yeah, and Greg King and the round winner, Brett Osborne, picks up a few spots and moves into 4th. Dwayne Cambridge rounds up the top 5.
Yeah, and rounding out the top 10 is Proud, Mulligan, Baxter, Peterson and Camilleri.
And they've got to be happy with that. Looking at the B division, Brad Daniels is doing quite well on 168. He's had a pretty good start of the season.
He has had a good start to the season. And as I said last round, Keith Walters is getting up there. He's going to be a threat to Brad Daniels towards the end of this season.
Yeah, and we've got a few new boys in there, which we'll have a look at the rookie point score and see how they're going.
Yeah, and we've got Chris Mole in front. He's actually bought the car of the 2011 state champion, and Adam Leach.
Yeah, Adam Leach bought his car off Jeff Proud, who bought it off me, and you got Brandon Wanlum, who's following in his father's footsteps and doing quite a good job too.
So the rookie's going to be out there as well.
Mate, it's good to see so many rookies. We got 8 rookies this year, which I think is a record.
The new segments here, who's hot, who's not. It's our predictions of who's going to be hot for the next round and who's not going to be hot for the next round. What's your predictions next round, Wayne?
Mate, my hot prediction for next round is David Redgrove. I think he's got something to prove now, and even though it's a lot of fun between the boys of the bush, I think Dave is definitely the one that is going to be on the hot seat. What about you?
Well, who's hot for me is Darren Myers, starting rear of the grid last time, coming up through the field, getting up to 3rd, and then having a DNF in the last race, went down to Sandown, give the car a little shake up down at Sandown. I think Darren Myers is going to be mighty quick next round. Now, getting on to the not, who do you think's not going to be as quick for the next round, and why?
Oh, I think Jeff Mulligan's the one that's not going to be as quick next round. He takes too many risks for my liking. Although his car's quick and he's a very good, experienced driver, he's just impatience, and I think that he'll be the one that's be at the back of the pack.
And I've got to say not. People are going to be very, very surprised with my not. I think it's going to be Chris Buckley. Chris Buckley's just bought a new car. He's going to have these little gremlins that come out in this new car. It's not going to be his old car that he won the championship with. That's now sold. That's gone off. I think Chris Buckley's going to have a couple of little problems which might cost him a few grid spots.
Yeah, so that's our hot and who's not. It's nothing against you guys. That's just our predictions.
Well, we've got 60 seconds with Gary Foreman.
Away, Pete.
First road car.
VW Beetle.
First race car.
HQ Holden.
First race where and when?
Oh, Owen Park. You got me thinking now. Around about 8 years ago.
Best result in racing?
About 4th.
Person you most admire in motorsport?
Craig Lowndes.
If you weren't doing motorsport, what would you be doing?
Stay with the family.
What do you hope to get out of motorsport?
Just a bit of fun from the boys.
Biggest rival?
Wayne Healy.
Worst moment in motorsport?
I have a smash at Wakefield Park, front ender. With
60 seconds with Gary Foreman.
Well, that was the end of round 2 at Eastern Creek, Pete. Round 3, Eastern Creek again in September.
And it's going to be another cracker of a meeting. We've got a few new guys. As we stated before, it's very, very close up top, so it's going to be a real good meeting.
Not sure what track we're going to be on, but stay tuned. If there's any more information you like about HQ Racing New South Wales, HQ Racing New South Wales has a website. It's on the bottom of the screen. And Peter?
And if there's any questions you need answering from the HQ series, contact us on HQ Xtra on Facebook. Until next time, if it's not pinging, keep it singing.